crazy bunch, and we are at the
State Fair in Texas.
There are more than 70 rides at the State Fair this year, and we got to try a lot of them. Most of the rides this year were about $8, with the exception of the Texas Skyway, which was $10 per person. There are height requirements for each ride. My 5-year-old son was able to ride many of the rides. This is what a Saturday crowd looks like at the fair. And as you can see, it's pretty busy with a lot of shoulder-to-shoulder traffic, but fortunately, the ride lines weren't very long. This is the windsurf ride, which takes you upside down and gives you a little surprise. My children were a little bit too short to ride that one. But we did ride the pirate ship twice, which was really fun. You can't go to the fair without trying one of the swing rides. There are a lot of variations of this kind of ride, and we love the cool breeze you get while riding these swings. This is the Evolution. No one in my family wanted to try this. It looked a little too extreme for us. We do not like to go upside down. This is one of my daughter's favorite rides. It's called the Crazy Mouse. So this is them ascending to the top of the ride, and they're about to make their first turn. And now we're gonna get them at a different angle, showing them going down the course. There they are at the top, going around, and now they're about to take their dip and go to the highest part of the ride, which they say is the most fun right there. This storm doesn't seem like it's high impact, but there were people vomiting after this. Like, it really makes you dizzy. My head was hurting afterwards. This is called the Tornado. It's just one of those little spinny rides. It was low impact, but a little fun. This is the Love Bugs. That ride really hurt my neck and shoulders, but my kids loved it. They actually rode this ride twice. The first time we went with them, and then the second time they went alone. So here they are loving it, as you can see, and so are the people who are surrounding them. This is another variation of a swing ride, but this one is more extreme. This is gonna take you really high, so you get a great view. This is the Moonraker. It looks really cool, but my oldest daughter and husband rode it, and they said it was pretty boring. It was just like sitting around. So maybe save your money on that. What's wrong, baby? It's scary? My son did not like this haunted house ride. He didn't even get on it. Just looking at it made him cry. There was a lot of scary characters around and a lot of scary noises happening. But my two daughters were brave, so they decided to go on it by themselves. Okay, I'm gonna tell the truth. They weren't that brave, because during this whole ride, they ducked down just like this, and they didn't see anything. This is just a little look around at some of the festivities and activities going on around the fair. And of course, the classic Tilt-A-Whirl. This was a Sunday, and it was kind of rainy, so there were no crowds that day, and we got to do this by ourselves, as you can see. The classic log ride, where everybody gets a little splash. The Star of Texas Ferris wheel is one of the iconic things to see at the fair, but we did not get on it. This area right here is for the kids. There's actually a lot of attractions for the younger kids, including this up and down ride. Here's a kid's variation of a swing ride, and my kids really liked it. As you can see, the ride is getting higher and higher. All right, we're going up, 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 and drop. My girls, they were okay with this ride. They liked the initial drop, and then after that, it got a little boring for them, but my son loved it. He rode this twice. My kids absolutely love the kite flyer. They said it made them feel like a superhero flying through the sky. And as you can see, if you look at the middle part, it is getting higher and higher. They loved it. This is called the Dragon Wagon, which was a really fun little roller coaster for kids. It did have a little action and a little thrill to it, and we really loved it. I rode along with my daughter, and my youngest kids rode by themselves in the very front. This little turn right here was the most fun part of the ride. It's a great starter roller coaster. Of course, there are plenty of fun houses. This one was the Bubble House, which was my family's absolute favorite fun house to go through. As with most fun houses, the floors are the tricky part. There's always some kind of movement to make you slip or fall or feel unsteady. Here's my son going through it. He's a little nervous about everything. This was the absolute favorite part of any fun house they went into. It's the little bridge that has a tunnel underneath it full of lights that give the illusion that the bridge is swaying. So it makes you very uneasy and unsure of how you're stepping. Everybody loved that one. So of course the floor is sliding. My daughter took a little spill right there, and now they're gonna go on a conveyor belt, which was kind of difficult because they almost kept doing the splits on it. But they eventually made it through, but it was hilarious to watch. The most fun part for them is the bubbles and foam at the end. There were a few more fun houses that the kids really enjoyed, including this Wacky Shack. There was actually a ride operator there who was doing sound effects and turning this tunnel at the end, making their experience more fun. So they really enjoyed that. Another fun house the kids liked was the New York one, which had this cool spiral slide at the end. All the adults who went into that slide ended up on their butts at the end, so that was pretty funny. The kids absolutely hated this magic maze, which is also packaged as the monkey maze. They were very disappointed with both of these and said they were pretty boring. The only thing they liked was getting out. They enjoyed the Big Bamboo Funhouse, which was nautical themed. Here is the Texas Skyway, which is an aerial transportation system. It wasn't really worth the $50 in my opinion, unless you're really tired of walking at the end of the day or you want to get from point A to point B pretty quickly. I don't think I would pay $50 to ride the Skyway again. It just wasn't worth it for me.